CTV family. Catch us live on your TV screen.
As always, we're here with some phenomenal people to interview, and this time it is so unbelievably relevant. We have two awesome matric students of 2020, matric students that survived the pandemic. So we're really going to get into those layers, those absolutely insane layers. I mean, we all know matric is tough in general. Now imagine, especially for those that are older than matric age, imagine doing your matric year during a global pandemic. So we're going to get into that just now.
We are joined by Avile and Bulelani, who are the class of 2020, like Lauren has said. I'm sure they've got dreams and aspirations to make it bigger and better as human beings in our lifetime. With what? When the government, NSFAS are pulling strings, and then abantu banga afford to higher learning institutions because of how much it is to get an education. So now we're going to dive into it and find out about izimvo zabo when it comes to this year's academic year. Welcome to the show. Congratulations for competing with 2020, and we cannot wait to see the results. How nervous are you to see if you've made it or not? Is there confidence? Is there nervousness?
On a scale of 100, I'd say 98%.
98% you're nervous. The other 2% says you passed. The other 2% says you've passed.
So you've got a bit of belief in yourself.
Do you believe that you've passed?
I believe that I passed, but the question is, did I pass the way I wanted to?
Yes,
Sure.
that's a really good question.
Yeah.
I remember when I was in matric and when we were waiting for results, I actively didn't want to look. I was so nervous. I had such a horrible matric year. I decided to look the day after results came out because I was like, no, there's going to be too many people messaging and everything. So besides nervous, how, like the basis of, we all know matric is difficult. How was 2020 doing matric during 2020? What was that like? What were the differences? How did you have to adapt?
It was very tough, We would get inspirations from our teachers to keep going, But you can never get too much of work ever, because everything you get, you can, ungakwazi email yonke into oyinikwayo, like it can never be too much on you, If it's for you, it will be for you,
Sure.
It sounds like you tried your best. At the end of the day, especially, I think, it's one of those things where everybody around the world knows what happened in 2020.
Yeah.
So as long as you're doing the best that you can.
You know how I was waiting for my matric results way back in 1976? Let them come. But we didn't have issues of fees must fall and stuff like that. Like life as we knew it was normal. You go to school because the government says this is how much you're gonna pay for the course that you want to complete and become a professional. But now this generation is faced with other struggles where I feel like people are woke now. You can march to the union building and demand this. Hey, Mr. Blendzmande, we need this. Angie Mutsecha, we need this. How can these two people change the future of, because you recently did in matric last year, Angie Mutsecha, what different can she make for class of 2020 indoor that she failed to do for class of 20? What can she do for 2021 window that she failed to class of 2020? What can she do differently?
I think she can do better in terms of making sure that each and every class from the country has the basic needs.
Yeah.
That I think they need to be catered to.
What are those basic needs?
In terms of sanitation, especially in these COVID times, that there must be sanitation at all times. Students have to be a must that they must separate at least 1.5 meters apart. There must be, if there's no school like in the quarantine, there must be a provision of students to get work from teachers in other methods, because not all of us they have data. So the government, especially Enze Mutshekga herself, she must make provisions in order to make sure that we get the work that we need to have in order to expand the knowledge that we have in school.
Sure. Before COVID-19 2020, was that the only struggle that Iskolo were facing? Is it only COVID-19 that matriculants were facing, or are there other issues that can be fixed before we go to the classroom?
I think the point there should be ileluka. I think into is that ileluka there should be ilewiza. Internet should be made available to abantwana basesikolweni, especially back in the township schools.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Even ileluka computer labs, they should be made available so that if there's izinto ezifuna uziresearcha, sikwazi uziresearcha. And even apha kwixesha le-lockdown, i-libraries bezivaliwe, and then we couldn't go to libraries to do assignments. And this year was last year was very hectic. We had the assignments after assignments, and there was no Lenduka. There was no
Access
libraries.
to was
to
complete. True
libraries.
story, Lauren, because there's a school in Langa that I know. The computer lab is locked. It's only open when the staff needs to use the computer.
It's so, it's so important what you were bringing up and what you were saying now. I mean, so last night I did a class on Zoom and my Wi-Fi was super weak, so I put off the camera. And they kept telling people, we want to be engaged, please turn on your cameras. And, I come from a background where I'm fortunate enough to have constant access to Wi-Fi. And it made me think, imagine, people like matriculants who need Monday to Friday, not just, audio, but to actually engage with your teachers and your students. And I think what you brought up is so important. Because what happens,
Sure.
Something like Wi-Fi, it's no longer a luxury.
Yeah.
It's a necessity for everybody to have access, not just for social media and things, but, for education purposes. What happened when you didn't have access to WhatsApp or Wi-Fi? Like, what do you think schools and the government can put in place beyond, like the COVID-19 protocols?
Do you want to take it?
What else?
Does he want to take the question?
No,
Looks like it was a difficult question.
You take it.
Okay, can you repeat the question? Please?
So basically what I'm saying, beyond all the COVID-19 protocols that you brought up, in terms of big issues like Wi-Fi, what do you think that government can do to actually make sure that everybody has access to Wi-Fi?
Okay, what you need to do is go take a seat that side, enjoy the ad break. When we return, Usibusiso Zobesebuyile, as well as the other gentleman that we had, Bulelani, I think. We'll return with the guys, Sabatibani, so we'll buy for, and then go right now. We're going to Mr. Malule Ekse. We find out which business we're profiling today.
Hi guys, welcome back to the show. I'm here today chilling with my man, Mr. Loisa Tovela from Spanda by Day, who are selling different kinds of plate, food, and stuff like that to different consumers out there in Soweto. Sir, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm okay, yourself.
Good, man. If I may have, misrepresenting you, can you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Hi guys, my name is Loiso, Mr. Spanda by Day.
Yeah.
L in Spanda by Day. From Soweto, based in Shiawelo. Yeah, so that's me.
Alright, Spanda by Day. What's your claim to fame? What are you famous? Which one is your specialty since you're selling food? We want to understand it. How do you attract customers? You are attracting customers with which plate?
Okay, currently we are selling isbindi, netizio.
Alright.
What do we call it?
The liver.
The
and
liver
the heart.
and the heart.
Yes.
The audacity.
Audacity, yes.
So basically, we're pushing those dishes,
Okay.
the classic dishes.
Mhm.
The response is perfect. People are loving the food.
Yes,
And
yes.
we're doing so much to make sure that everyone enjoys the food.
But angazi ukuthi anisebenzisa umuthi or kuyenzakala, but bona your place is busy.
Yeah.
Ever since being here, we have seen thousands of clients here coming here. Say, how do you do it?
I wish I had thousands, but these 100 people is okay. we try by all means to push our brand.
Okay.
We make sure we market our brand daily. We try to provide best customer service. We try to provide best quality food to the masses out there.
Yes.
You know, I think our main focus is service. So when we provide a good service, we are bound to attract a lot of clients.
So you and your partner, you two partners who don't shy away from the kind of business that you're in. On the social media, I've seen you guys selling on the street, at the ground, actually let me say at the ground, and you also have pop-up stores where you go out to events. But at the moment, since it's lockdown, I've seen that you used to do that. So now, how important is that?
Just to introduce my friend, my partner is Mpo. As you can see, it's Loiso and Mpo. So he's out there now, busy assisting customers. So basically, so you're referring to the lockdown, the pandemic.
Yes.
It's been quite challenging.
Yes.
Because we have a couple of businesses that we run. So other businesses are slacking, but we're trying to fight. You know what I mean? We try to promote. We try to sell. You know, we've been selling at the grounds, soccer fields, but now the disadvantage is that the government has. You know, the boundaries because of lockdown. It's a bit challenging, but it's a blessing in disguise at the same time, because we managed to open up a restaurant, you know, get customers in for a sitting, and they do orders and they collect, you know, and then we do deliveries also. So we are thriving, if I can put it like that. We are trying,
Alright guys, that was Mr. Spanda by Day, Mr. Loiso Tovela, who represents Spanda by Day, which is a food business. We have heard it from the man himself. He inspired you, he motivated you. So now if you need more information about Spanda by Day, he's gonna share with you all their social media pages or their handle and their contact number, where you can call and place an order and come and collect and support the guys. They need your support to grow. They need your support to branch out and open other businesses out there and create employment for people who have graduated in the township who don't find employment. Mr. Tovela, where do people get you? How do people get hold of you?
Okay, so you can get us on our page. It's called Spanda by Day. You can get us on Facebook.
Yes.
We have Twitter. I'm not sure. But just go onto Facebook and then search for Spanda by Day. You'll get all the details about us. Yeah, that's it.
Alright, that's it guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for staying with us. Thanks for tuning in and get more inspiration, get inspired by our guests today. Mr. Tovela, thanks for your time. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being with us. Thank you.
Thanks.